December 29th. Flex Friday on Prize Picks. Any $20 flex entry is protected. Free roll today. It's the only day I encourage for 6-mans. Quick recap of yesterday. We swept NFL. We had 2 of 3 on our college football slips. NBA, we went 3 of 5. Unfortunately, we did not hit our 2-man ladder day challenge. If you would have taken Colin Sexton's full game fantasy, we would have hit for our day 3. But we restarted today. We bounced back. We're still in profit. And my 2 picks for the day 1 ladder day challenge, one of them has already been bumped, and I'm going to be taking DeAnthony Melton. Luckily, I took it at 30.5 at the time. It is at 31 now. I still like it. I still think he's going to have it in the mid-30s. Joel Embiid is still out, so I'll be taking the over on that. And my next one is Jalen Williams. He cashed for us last time in a big way. He had a monster game with over 30 points. I'm going to go right back to him at 29.5. He's going to regress a little bit, but I still think he's going to go over his 29.5. He's also going to be in the mid-30s as well. Good matchup against the Nuggets. It might even go to overtime on this one, but I like this for my day 1 ladder day challenge. Those are my 2 picks. You can include them on the 6-man that I have, but I do have 6 for the 6-man flex protected. And let's get started. I'm going to go straight to fantasy. And first one I like is Shai Alexander at 54.5. He's been averaging the mid-60. He has a ceiling of 70. Like I mentioned, it's a good matchup against the Nuggets. Him and Jokic are going to go at it. So at 54.5, taking the over on that. Next up I like is Scottie Barnes. He is at 44.5. Going against Boston, another good matchup. I think he's going to be somewhere in the 50s. He does have a ceiling of 60, so I'll be taking the over on that. Next up for fantasy that I have is Giannis. I think it's going to be a high, fast-paced game against Cleveland, and I'll be taking his fantasy score at 57.5. He has a ceiling of 70. I'll be taking the over. I think it's going to be a shootout between him and Donovan Mitchell, which brings him to my 4th. You can take Mitchell fantasy, or you can take one of the 2 of the ladder day challenge and include them in this slip. I suggest you take either Melton or Jalen Williams. But Mitchell, I just wanted to mention him. He's going to be a good candidate. He's going to be somewhere in the 50, I believe, in this game. If he does go off in shooting, he should easily cash his fantasy score. But this is a good option. Next up is a first half fantasy score, and I'm going to go with DeJounte Murray. His full game fantasy is a little bit inflated for me. I like it at 19. He is a fast starter. So at 19, he's been averaging the mid-20s in the first half. You can see his past 5. I actually looked at his past 10. He has gone over 8 of those 10 when his fantasy score is at 18 or more. So I'll be taking the over on his first half fantasy score, just in case if Trae Young does go off, and usually he's the leading weapon for the Hawks. I'll be taking DeJounte Murray first half. We'll go back to our NBA full game props. And my last one is Clint Capella. And for him, there's several options. His points is great. His fantasy score is a little bit too inflated for me at 31.5. He does have a couple turnovers every game, so it hurts his fantasy score. I'm going to be taking his points and assists. And his assists, he's usually average about 2 or 3, but in this matchup against Sacramento, I think he's going to have 4 or 5 opportunities for assists. And points, he does average about 10 to 13, 14 points a game. So I'll be taking his points and assists. His fantasy score is way too inflated for me at 31.5. And these are the 6. This is my flex protected slit for Friday, a free roll. I got Shai, Scottie Barnes, and Giannis all over fantasy. Donovan Mitchell as well. DeJounte Murray first half fantasy score over, and Clint Capella over points and assists. You can substitute any of these 2 for the day 1 ladder day challenge. You can include Melton or Jalen Williams as well. So I gave you 8 options to choose from to make up your slips. You don't have to do a 6-man. Fridays are the only days I usually do 6-mans due to the free flex protected. But I do like 2-mans and 5-mans. So mix and match, pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the new subscribers joining in. And I'll see you guys in the next one.